Welcome back, Tough Kid Generation, to our next video, Places That Exist in Memory Only. We have liftoff. There it is, the sound of freedom for a new generation. MTV, 1982. You had to be there to understand what it meant to us. Here are the original 5 VJs. Still know them all by first name. They played real music at the time, and then, like all good things, it got ruined. MTV provided 2 wonderful things: privacy and freedom. We'd rush out of school at the end of the daytime and go home with a buddy, maybe to watch it, or with maybe a group of friends. The house was empty, not a parent around. We'd watch all our favorite rock and roll stars. Sometimes we had to watch MTV to know what they looked like. Either that or you'd buy the album or you go to the concert. Not all of us could do. We played board games. We party. It was very communal, unlike today. Blockbuster video. Yet another thing that brought people together, especially families. You'd rush down there for the new releases, be the first one on your street to have it and watch it. Mothers would bring their children. Here's a woman paying a cashier. Look how everyone's dressed. So much nicer. Look at the clerk. Khakis and a tie. Putting away the new releases. Here's the iconic blue countertop. Everyone knows what that means. On one side, you'd pay for the video. On the other side, they would hand it back to you. This prevented shoplifting. I mean, you never see people shoplifting today. Here's a woman probably looking for a new release for her family on Friday afternoon. And then there's the saddest sign you'll ever see: going out of business. Nothing said community like the drive-in movie theater. The first one was in New Jersey in 1933. Sadly, there's none left. Family would all pack into the station wagon and drive down to the theater and lay out blankets and hang out with friends and eat and party and drink before the movie even started. Here's Johnny Travolta being inappropriate in Grease. Anyway, my drive-in story, my favorite one, goes like this. I was in the Glen Drive-In in upstate New York in Glens Falls, and my dog Boogie was quite the acrobat. He could do all kinds of stunts and tricks. Here he is with a snoot on my left shoulder, driving to the theater. Anyway, he performed in front of everybody before the movie started, and people would be applauding and honking their horns, and just before the sun went down, the projectionist came on the speaker and said, "Let's hear it for the dog in aisle C, who's been entertaining us for the last hour." Everyone started cheering and honking their horns and flashing their lights. They even sent him out a complimentary hamburger. It was wonderful. Unfortunately, Saturday morning cartoons no longer exist anymore either. What MTV did for teenagers and that sense of freedom, Saturday morning cartoons did for little kids. Their parents would be sleeping in the 70s and the 80s, and we'd be downstairs watching TV all to ourselves, the only TV in the house. This is the way we changed the TV. Just read that, it says it all. Bowl of cereal and Saturday morning cartoons. Here's some kids watching Bugs Bunny, laughing, without a care in the world. And this is what replaced Saturday morning cartoons. Just what kids need. Another depressing news show about the state of the world. Sorry, Bugs. Every town had a 5 and dime, whether it was Woolworth's or Ben Franklin or Grant's. The whole town would go there on certain days. Mothers would shop, give the kids a little loose pocket change. We go buy baseball cards and magazines, comics. Sometimes we get bored and go outside and ride the little merry-go-rounds in front of the store as Mom shopped inside. It was just a wonderful experience. You don't see them anymore. So what the hell happened, right? Well, before we get to that, I just want to take the time to make a personal appeal for all of you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We've been stuck at about 1,000 subscribers for like a year now, and it's getting a little depressing. We just can't keep relying on John McJunkin, Chris Powers, and Mike Maron to pull us through. We need some new blood in here. So please, if you believe in the message we're trying to put out there about the tough kid generation, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Please like and share our videos. Spread the word. We really appreciate it. Now back to places we only see in memory only. So here's the question. When did people coming together like this become isolation like that? When did Saturday morning cartoons like this become adult news shows? Probably around the same time that the Five and Dime went by way of Amazon, and fans like this became fans like that. I'm going to go off script here and just tell you what's in my heart. Look at the American flag hanging outside of JCPenney. Patriotism, right? Foosball. Kids hanging out in a place called Funland playing foosball. Look at some of the kids. They seem like really nice young people. Kids waiting patiently to play. This is film footage from 1978 in upstate New York, the Pyramid Mall. I'm sure any parent would be okay leaving their child alone to play with these other children. You hear the parents actually shopping? Look how classy everyone looks. Look at this woman's scarf right here. How well dressed she is. A beautiful scarf around her neck. This is a picture that we're seeing that most young people wouldn't recognize. This is a shoe salesman. He's dressed better than the average professional today in corporate America. Really don't know how we're going to get back to this kinder, more genteel world of yesteryear. I'll leave you with some juxtaposed images of now and then. That's now, and this is then. I wonder how much technology has to do with it. This self-absorption of people, everything being about them, this narcissistic world we live in. I think we've lost our connection to humanity and each other. Anyway, until next time, tough kids, back is the way forward.